What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda. If you're looking for a self-defense device that you can wear around your waist, you might want to check out this. So this belt is not just a belt. It looks kind of like a standard belt, but it's made by Lenwood, and it is a self-defense belt. And what you can see here is it comes in some different colors and sizes. I just try to pick something pretty standard. This one is the oil rub, and I think just at a glance, it looks pretty good. Oh, I'll put this there. Lenwood.com. And I saw another video about this, but this belt is pretty heavy. And that's good because this whole thing is not just a belt, it is a self-defense mechanism. And so you want it to not fail. You want it to be a little overbuilt, as he advertises. It has a little bit of a rustic, casual look to me. It would work with like a formal outfit, but not overly formal. I don't think it would go well with a suit, but it would certainly go well with business casual. Polo khakis would be fine. You can see here, I love kind of that almost vintage looking leather, this oil rubbed. You can see how we've got some darker and lighter areas. I just love that. I love it on portfolios. We have a kind of an tapered end right here, but everything else is nice and flat across. We have some really big holes, and that's going to be necessary to go with the buckle, which is really the business end of it. You can see, just nice, kind of a little bit of an unfinished, like a rougher underside, which is exactly what you expect, but certainly looks great. Now let's take a look at the buckle, because this is a business end, and this is like a single piece of, I'm going to call it stainless steel, because it's pretty heavy, quite heavy. It might be a little hard to see there, but I don't think it's aluminum. And you can see here, it's just kind of cut, and then there is another cut here so that this kind of dovetails in to the open space, and then it's secured with a couple of Allen screws, it looks like. Now, I've got a little like oil dripping right there. Could clean that up. This is true unboxing. And I guess that is maybe the glue. Oh, it's kind of sticky. I bet that's the glue that's also holding it in. Now, I bet I could clean that up a little bit, but you might have to do that. I certainly don't hold that against them. I think just a rag and some cleaner will take care of that. But you can see we have two posts with the bulbous ends there, and those will press into here. So you can see that the bulbous ends are pretty big, but they go through there without a problem. Oops, got the belt in the way. You can see they're just the same size of the hole, and then as you put tension on the belt, they'll hold that in place so it won't come off. But that does a couple things. One, if you really wanted to use it, and this is what you use this thing with, it's kind of like a big metal brick on the end of a rope, and you want to be able to remove it quickly. So you'd kind of take the pressure off and just pull this off. So you'd be able to pull these out. I guess it probably breaks in a little bit. So you don't have like a belt mechanism, the tongue and, pin. And so you could just kind of pull it off, rip this sucker out of your belt loops. You can see kind of a single direction brushed finish there. And then use this sucker to give the beat down. And I will tell you what, you can hear it. This is a padded tablecloth on this table, and man, I would not want to get hit with this thing, especially add 3 feet of belt under there. And probably any belt is probably going to be a decent self-defense weapon. I mean, given that you might not have anything else, but just as a kind of a matter of something, kind of a last-ditch effort to fend off people, this would be pretty usable. And I would also say that I have seen some demonstrations, some video of where people are breaking cinder blocks and wood with this, and I would say that I would have no doubts that you can do it, especially under the right conditions with the right velocity. But even this, I would not want to get hit with this. Now, probably my biggest concern is that this buckle here is pretty heavy, so it might droop a little bit. It might create a little bit more weight on the front, where most belt buckles are going to be pretty light, but I have no doubts that this is going to be pretty effective if you ever need it. Hey, if you want to pick this up by Lenwood and just have a regular belt that might, I don't know, save your life, prevent you from getting mugged, raped, beat up, something like that, kidnapped, could be a good option for you. They aren't cheap. This was about $100, but I'll put a link to everything you need and some other cool, innovative self-defense stuff in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.